Hey there, today we're doing a review of the Incase Crosstown backpack. Here at Nomads Nation, we've been reviewing the world's best everyday carry and travel gear for the past 7 years. And in this video, I'm gonna tear this bag apart. I'm gonna pack it out, double check its advertised capacity, give you my brutally honest pros and cons and overall scores. And you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video, because if you're not quite sold that the Crosstown is the best bag for you, I will give you 2 alternative suggestions that you might like more. Let's talk about the gist of the Incase Crosstown backpack. Incase is a pretty interesting bag brand to me. They make pretty high quality gear from what we reviewed here and what I've tested. And the price points are usually pretty accessible, but they're also kind of like lame in some ways too, because like for all you Americans out there, this is the bag that you're gonna see at Best Buy, or that feels like it might come free with like a PC laptop purchase. That's kind of the Incase vibes. But I feel like they've been modernizing a bit over the years. And out of all the Incase bags that I've tested, I wore this one for about 4 or 5 days, this one's my favorite so far, but it's not without its faults. Let's talk about some of the top features. It's got a really nice, simple, traditional silhouette with a very interesting magnetic front flap that gives you access to a compartment. Quick access zippered pocket at the top with a very nice microfiber lining. 2 external water bottle pockets, half zip opening into the main compartment with a tech sleeve at the back, and a harness system that I got a lot of things to say about. Spoiler alert, they're really good things. It's a really comfortable bag. For the right person though, it's not gonna be for everyone. We'll talk about that 3 chapters from now. Incase claims this bag is 20 liters capacity, so let's put that to the test. All right, you can see we fully packed out the main compartment with our factory grade measurement system, but do notice we did not fill out any other compartments because they're all quite flush when the main compartment is fully packed out, which means the main compartment will tell most of the story. Let's double check the dimensions. We got a height of 17.5 inches, a width of just under 12 inches, and a fully packed out base depth of around 7.5 inches. So as you can see right here, main compartment by itself gives you around 15 liters capacity, which confirms my suspicions that this bag is not really a full 20. Now, measuring capacity is a bit more of an art than it is a science, and it depends how you measure it, but the way that we measure it here at Nomads, I'd say this is gonna carry a bit more like a 15 to 17 liter backpack than it will a full 20 liter. Incase does not specify the weight of this bag on their website as of recording, clocking in at 1.5 pounds on scale number 1 and 1.6 pounds on scale number 2. As of recording, the bag currently comes in 3 color options. This is the bag when it's empty, and here it is fully packed out and worn on the Nomads Nation team. I'm 5'8", and Jason Bagmoa is 6'2". And don't worry, we're gonna pack out this bag throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. All Incase bags are protected by a 1-year warranty, but the price, not too shabby, coming in at 99 USD. Now moving forward, that 99 USD price point is going to be our North Star. It's gonna help us determine if this bag is worth it or if it's a ripoff. And if at any point in this review you think the bag's worth it, and you're thinking about making a purchase, we highly suggest doing so with the first link in the description below. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price. And also, that link is often tied to the discount codes that brands give us. So if you're interested in making a purchase, you should definitely check it out. Okay, let's talk about the materials of the Incase Crosstown backpack. As I said, this bag has a bit of a traditional aesthetic to it. Nice circular top, but it's not too cute or adolescent in that perspective. I think that Incase has actually done a really nice job of making it a bit more modern looking and professional looking. Now, a big thing contributing to the look of this bag is the primary fabric. Incase calls this Woolenex, which is basically their proprietary weave, and it's 2 fibers of polyester. Polyester is an awesome material for bags because it's very, very lightweight and quite weather resistant. But it should be noted that polyester not always as abrasion resistant as nylon can be. So if you need a little bit more abrasion resistance, sometimes polyester isn't the best way to go. But again, polyester does quite well against water. You can see it doesn't soak into the pack. So if you're looking for a little bit extra weather protection, this is a pretty solid bag. And especially because of all the zipper flaps that we got going on. So you can see right here, getting into the main compartment, we have a protective weather flap over this zipper. Same thing with this zipper, and then obviously the large flap here as well. But keep in mind, these storm covers do get caught sometimes. Makes sense, right? The fabric is going over the zipper, which obviously is nice because it gives you that extra weather resistance. When the rain hits, it just kind of slides right off the bag. But you are absolutely, not all the time, but ooh, right there, snagged hardcore. That one snagged. One pro though, Incase is using YKK zippers. You can see right here when a bag's got YKK on it, you can sleep tight, amigos, because YKK is the best zipper brand on planet Earth. Case closed. The hardware does not seem to be name brand, which is not terrible at this price point. If this bag was a bit more expensive, I'd expect to see Duraflex and or Wooge in there. Zippers are the most important thing, IMO, because if anything's gonna break on a bag first, it's going to be a zipper. Buckles are a lot less likely to break. Quick look at some of the other materials. We've got pretty standard nylon webbing at the bottom of the shoulder straps, but a much more high quality nylon webbing here at the top handle. This is gorgeous. Feels amazing to interact with. Definitely gives a little bit extra value at that 99 USD price point. We also got some pretty high quality mesh going on the back panel as well, and lining the internal shoulder straps. This is a mesh that's gonna be a little bit scratchier, a little more coarse, but that will give the bag a little bit more grip. But we'll talk about everything in regards to the comfort of this bag in the comfort chapter. All right, next chapter, Packout. Let's see what you can fit, little guy. All right, you can see right here, I got all my EDC stuff. Let's talk about this front pocket, because I didn't love it. I think aesthetically, having this flap there actually makes it look nicer. This zipper going side to side, I wouldn't have been a big fan of. And I think that they just executed this quite nicely. Like, it really works. But then, every time you want to get into this pocket, you got to do one of these and then try to get in there. And I found that to be annoying. And I actually never ended up using the pocket because of that. In this pocket, you can see there's a bit of organization. We got a sleeve right here that is the whole width of the bag, and then some smaller lining pockets, but you can see it's a little tight in there, right? And especially, it's gonna be more tight when this bag is fully packed out. So it's difficult to get to everything. Clip the key leash on right here. Put a couple of notebooks in that sleeve right there. You can see too, nice little design choice. Incase have given you a bit more room at the top. So you actually have space up here. So if you want to put something that's a little bit taller in this pocket, you can do so. I got a wallet that I can put in this lining pocket, but now these pockets are getting tighter. Like I said, I didn't really use them. We've got another lining pocket that I'll use for my battery. And then the pocket runs all the way down to here. So you can fit other things in there, like a book, which will slide on down to the bottom. Next up with the top pocket, beautiful microfiber material in here. It's gonna have scratch resistant properties, meaning it's the ideal location for your sunnies. This pocket leads down to about here, so it definitely has some depth to it. Could be a good spot too for your passport while you're traveling. Inside the main compartment, let's talk about this tech sleeve. This is a 16-inch MacBook Pro cutout, and it just barely fits. Like, I don't love it being in there. I would not recommend going 16-inch. It's really tight, but it is doable. It's very possible. It's quite nice with this microfiber fabric right here. A little bit of padding on either side, and an epic false bottom. It actually stops the laptop. It's elevated to here, which means if you drop the bag, wow, that's a crazy false bottom. That could be record breaking. It's definitely not record breaking. It's just shocking. What are we at? We're at like 2 inches. That's epic. It's just shocking though that Incase would have included that in this bag. Usually it's a bit more of like a modern bag thing that a lot of like more boutique micro brands do. But yeah, very nice. And you can see right here we have another sleeve. Let's see if we can fit my 13.5-inch tablet. Oof, again, tight, but technically speaking, we're in there. Now, this thing's getting pretty filled up pretty quickly. I mean, we put obviously a lot in this front pocket, so there's not as much space in the main compartment, so I'm just gonna throw hoodie at the bottom, tech pouch, main compartment, over-the-ear headphones, second little pouch. That's gonna do it, guys. Remember, we have 15 liters capacity in the main compartment, but I do think, even though it's a bit tight in this front, the bag still maintains a very nice silhouette. Now for the water bottle pockets, you can see they got some nice expansion to them. This will die a bit over time, so do keep that in mind. But for now, your 24-ounce Columbia is gonna fit very nicely. Nowhere to secure it into place. A lot of times, like more modern boutique bags might have like lash points here that you can clip it onto. Not an option here. So when I was using this bag, I don't carry a water bottle, but I do carry an umbrella. Living in Hong Kong, never know when the next monsoon will hit. You can see the umbrella slides in there very nicely as well. Now for my second pair of glasses, because you never know when you need 2 pairs, I usually like to put them on a lash point or something, and notice there's no real lash points on this bag. We do have some on the shoulder straps. Not my favorite location to necessarily hang something, but desperate times, guys, desperate times. Okay, now that the bag is fully packed out, let me give you my perspective on its overall functionality. This front pocket here, like I said, it's getting really tight. I didn't find it extremely usable. It's one of those things that looks nice on a spec sheet, and I was excited about it, but in actual use, it actually kind of drove me a little crazy. Just didn't end up using it because of that. The top pocket actually works really well. It's got its own volume. It's deep. Glasses feel very secure in there, very safe, but look at this. Look at the zipper snagging on the storm guard again. There you go. So these covers, you know, it's a pro and a con. If you really want that additional weather resistance, they're gonna be worth it. But for a lot of other people like myself, it can be a little annoying. For the main compartment, when the bag is fully packed out, you're not gonna really reach any of those bottom pockets, but the tech compartment feels very, very secure. I actually love this tech compartment for the price point. You're getting like pretty freaking premium tech protection. And then let's say if you're traveling with the bag, we have this luggage pass-through right here. And it's very well designed, just enough looseness to get it over the trolley handle, but also tight enough as to where everything's nice and secure. Side pockets work pretty well. Look at the upside down water bottle test that's happening right now. Not a lot of bags can do this. And you're getting a bit extra functionality too by having these dangle stoppers at the bottom of the shoulder straps. And I don't love the functionality of the top handle. I'm 5'8", my hands aren't the biggest. Even I have a hard time kind of getting the hand in and out of there. So there's not the most space, especially if you're a bigger guy or gal. But for a bag this small, it's not gonna be a deal breaker. Now let's talk about the most important part of any bag, its comfort, for which I think this bag is exceptionally comfortable. I was actually blown away. I couldn't believe it. These shoulder straps are everything that I want shoulder straps to be, minus one caveat, which we'll talk about in a second, but they're chunky, they're well padded. We've got a width of just under 3 inches and over 1 cm depth. I mean, like, you don't see this on a lot of like bigger brands. And Incase is definitely a bigger brand. It's like they're in Best Buys, they do wholesale. So a lot of the bigger brands really cut corners when it comes to comfort, but Incase didn't. Look at that chunk. And that extends to the back panel as well, which has a bit of ventilation. But the thing that I don't love, for me personally, is the actual choice of mesh. Like I said, it's grippy, which is nice, but it's quite coarse and therefore scratchy, which isn't the end of the world, but it will be a problem, especially for you ladies out there, if you like to wear like tank top. And when this fabric is interacting with your bare skin, it's gonna cause some abrasion. You're gonna get those red shoulders for sure. You can see right here, typically a backpack of this size will have 2 connection points and a sternum strap going from side to side, but the Incase Crosstown does not offer that, which again, won't be a deal breaker for everyone at 20 liters, but for me, I'm always just watching out for my back health, and that sternum strap, it can redistribute the weight to the front of your chest and less on your lower back, so that is a bit of a downer for me. But overall, for the comfort, this bag is very impressive. Exactly what I'm looking for in a bag this size. Let's talk about the overall pros and cons of the Incase Crosstown backpack. Pro number 1 for me, comfort. It's just a really comfortable 20-liter bag, minus the lack of a sternum strap. Pro number 2 is going to be its impressive tech protection. And pro number 3, it's going to be the price point. This bag is bringing a lot of value to the game. But on the flip side, all bags have cons. Here are 3 of mine. Con number 1 is going to be the inaccessibility to get into this front pocket. Con number 2 is just going to be all the snagging you may experience with the storm guard covers on the zippers. And con number 3 won't be a deal breaker for everyone, but for me it was a big downer not having a sternum strap on this backpack. Okay, let's take these pros and cons and mash them together and give you my overall scores. Should be noted these scores are personal and just based on my experience using the bag. For value, I'm gonna give this bag a 4 out of 5. If this is 150, it just wouldn't be as high of a score, but at 99, with this comfort, with this tech protection, and just with the overall look and feel of the bag, like, it's quite impressive. 1-year warranty sucks, not gonna lie, but everything else, it's a pretty solid buy for the price. Score number 2 for comfort, again, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. It has what I like, would have been a perfect 5 out of 5 score if there also would have been a sternum strap included. And for my overall score, I'm gonna keep things consistent. This bag gets a 4 out of 5. There are other Incase bags I did not appreciate as much. Maybe that's why I like it as much as I did, because compared to some of the others, I was like, oh, this one actually is really great. Like, maybe my expectations were a bit lower. But overall, I think if you're looking for modern, tech-friendly, comfy bag and you're not trying to spend more than 100 USD, this is a really good option. And just a reminder, if you agree with that assessment and you're gonna make a purchase, you should definitely use the first link in the description below. Remember, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and if we have any discount codes, that's where you'll find them. But if you're not quite sold on the Crosstown, let's talk about some alternatives. First up, if you are new to the Nomads Nation channel, you should definitely check out our leaderboard rankings video. This is where myself and the rest of the Nomads Nation squad, we get together and we pick our favorite bags in different bag categories. I've gone ahead and linked that above. Also, in case you're new to the channel and you're not aware, here at Nomads Nation, after reviewing like 300-400 of the world's best bags, I got the burning desire to start my own bag brand. And we did, and that bag brand is called Firo. And at Firo, we are on a mission to empower modern professionals with gear that keeps them streamlined and focused. We've got our own small EDC, our own sling, our own travel backpack, and I'm so proud of what we built there. If you want to learn more about Firo, you can do so at firo.co or with the second link in the description. But if we are very close with the Crosstown, here are two specific bags that might get you a little bit closer. Alternative number one is going to be the Rework Toshi pack. This is a great pick for you if you aren't really on a $100 budget. You don't mind cranking that budget up. But in doing so, you're gonna get a bag that has, it's double the price, but it's gonna give you double the functionality. The Rework Toshi is one of the most respected bags in the world right now. It's gonna give you better materials, better warranty, a significantly better front pocket experience, while still giving you pretty much so around the same comfort and the same tech protection. And for number two, I recommend the Alpaka Aero backpack. This is a great pick for you if you're looking for a bag around this size. The Aero's 16, 18 liters. And you like the front pocket location of here, but you don't want the flap. The Alpaka Aero has this front pocket. It's flapless though, so you can get easier access inside that pocket. And it's also just kind of doing things a little bit differently. It's a lot lighter weight, making it more compressible and better for travel, while still looking very clean and giving you awesome comfort and tech protection. Honestly, all three bags are great. You just gotta pick which one best suits your needs. And to learn more about the two alternatives, you can do so by watching these videos here. If you got any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.